Does your name begin with an E?
Edward.
Yeah.
So we know that there's a particular, well, I wouldn't say famous ghost, but a well-known spirit in this building picks up at every single group that seems to come here.
Yeah.
One person that everyone always picks up, I must admit, I picked him up a few times, not always, not every time being here, and that is Edward. Now, a lot of people will say he is a priest, and he done stuff to children, and also I think a few people said he's done stuff to nuns as well.
There is a spirit that is greatly connected with the top floor room. He seems to reoccur on so many investigations, and many have said he's a religious man. I haven't experienced that personally, but what is pretty clear is that he has great authority over the rest of the house.
Are you really important in this house? Ooh. Okay. Were you in charge of everyone? Did you boss everyone around? Yes.
Was this room important to you? Specifically important?
No. I think this roams.
Do you just roam from room to room? Okay, thank you.
There's been other times as well when we've picked up on the story that surrounds this man. There was an occasion when we were up in the top room, and we decided that two of us would go into a small eve space, which is probably about a 12-foot long crawl, has two doors. Basically you crawl into one space and then open another door and continue on, and as you can imagine, if you close the door on yourself, it's completely black, and it can be quite scary, certainly if there's only one of you, very scary indeed. On this occasion I had one other person with me, and we sat in there, and after about 10 minutes we came out and said, if there's a spirit here, please can you manifest in front of us. And very, very shortly, I would say a matter of seconds after that, I saw the interpretation of a small face just at the opposite end of the crawl space, and then from that face a misty apparition moved closer and closer towards us, and it seemed to be swirling around and growing into a bigger form all the while, and it reached just literally, I'll say, a couple of inches from my face, and I had no idea what on earth this was going to do. My friend next to me was getting pretty scared. He was feeling a big shift in the atmosphere in the room, although he wasn't actually seeing what I was seeing, and we decided to leave there and then. It's very unusual to have a spirit, or indeed if it was a physical person, just right in your face when you don't know what the intentions are. So we did leave at that point, and it was very interesting to find out that not too long after that a medium picked up on the children and that space having a connection with murders caused by this vicious character who lurks around the building. So the story is now fitting together, different people are collaborating, and we're able to build a bigger picture of who he was.
So who was this female spirit who the group have found out and is named Elizabeth?
Right.
Was that you that moved the glass, Elizabeth? Please move the glass again to show that it was great. Thank you. Did you work in this manor house, Elizabeth? Were you a servant on the upper floors? I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that's strange, isn't it?
I think Elizabeth, if you could please, I believe, Elizabeth, that you were the lady of the house. Is this right, Elizabeth? Can you move the glass to show us you were the lady of the house? Come on, Elizabeth.
Have you had these characters before, Andrew?
Yes.
Sadly, not much is brought up in this investigation, but what else in the past has come up for Elizabeth?
A lot of people report seeing like a middle-aged lady with a baby in her hand, just watching out the window, and look as if she's crying.
The group soon make contact with another spirit.
3 upwards, slowly. If you can please start moving the glass when I reach the number representative of the amount of spirits in the room. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you having games with us?
The group's reason for not getting a precise number of spirits is explained by James Camp.
I believe there's 5 spirits in here, but probably not all the spirits know of each other's existence.
Different levels.
So what I mean is, you may be speaking to a number of people, but they might not be aware of, say, a spirit next to him.
If there's a little girl in the room, can you just show us yes? Can you move the glass in the direction of yes?
I'm sure he just wanted to let you know.
Do we have a little girl with blonde hair in the room? Do we have a little girl with blonde hair in the room? Can you move the glass?
Another finger, I think. Yeah.
Doesn't work very well too.
No. Oh, yeah, it's going.
Here she goes.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
It's almost like I'm getting a ribbon in the hair, you know.
Yeah. Do you have a ribbon in your hair? Yes, thank you.
I can see her sort of skipping around the place and having a ball. Did you used to skip around in the grounds of the house?
Okay.
Just let everyone know she's trying to say something.